Right. Right, we'll just check that they're audio and video. Okay. Appears we have audio and video, my friends. So let me share the link on Discord. I do have Discord, my friends, believe it or not. I do have socials, as they say. Want to check me out, I'm on Richard Dower, number 7523. I don't do Facebook or Twitter and any of that nonsense, or you know, or not Twitch, but you know, the other bad social media, you know, Discord, Twitch, YouTube. That's about it, really. Right. So yeah, the Fendt Trisix. This is a mod that has been in the community for a number of years now. I believe it dates back to at least FS17, and over that period of time, you know, people have modified it and added things to it and changed things and blah blah blah. So basically, I have here the latest version of it. So this is an edit. Fendt Trisix Lumax. It says massive file, 97 megabytes. The Trisix has been a mod that has fascinated me and aggravated me at the same time. And I'll show you why. This thing is a convoluted mess of a mod. There are so many, like, you know, files basically in this thing that it just drives me absolutely insane. And basically, there's a lot of stuff in this mod that doesn't need to be there. Zeke, how the hell are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this mod that doesn't need to be there. Right? There's a lot of duplicate files and images and DDS files and specklers and all. You know, there's a lot of stuff, and it's just folder after folder after folder. And none of this stuff complies with, you know, the Giants. You know, I'll run it through Giants test runner, but there are so many files that should not be here, right? That, and a lot of them do not comply with you know, Giants, you know, Giants test runner, or what Giants require from a mod. So I've always been fascinated to you know, really take a hard look at this mod and see what you could do with it, and could you fix it up, could you clean it up, could you, you know, bring it up to FS22 standards. I mean, just look at all this stuff, and a lot of this stuff, as I said, from FS15, FS17, all this stuff with the lights and everything, you know. So there's a lot of holdovers from previous mods, you know, from work, and people have just kept on adding to it, and no one has done a proper, you know, a proper job, a proper conversion on this thing. And there are just so many files. It's just unbelievable. So I don't know. I'd like to be able to, you know, it's as I said, it's a mod that fascinates me and frustrates me at the same time. Mr. Tony, how are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. My apologies, my friend. I was waffling on there. Right. So I run everything through Giants Test Runner. I mean, it's essential. You know, I know people, you know, don't use it. I think everybody should. And you can kind of see it here. So this kind of tells you, you know, Giants Test Runner is a great tool to find problems and issues. You know what I mean? So that's why I personally use it. You know, to you know, to double check and make sure and confirm that everything is as it is. So, for example, you have here invalid file compression. So Giants, you know, they insist on DXT1 or DXT5, right? So these are old kind of file, DXT3. Now, there are reasons why people would use DXT3. DXT3, as far as I am aware, is kind of the best quality, you know, in terms of, you know, the visual quality for a mod. Yeah, there are so many issues. I'll actually show you the bottom of it. So there are valid reasons why you would have a DDS file as DXT3. You know, DXT3 is kind of the old standard, you know, and it offers kind of the best visual quality. But Giants, you know, in terms of their mods, they insist on either DXT1 or DXT5, you know, with MIP maps, you know. So basically, you know, the MIP map situation. Well, we'll kind of get to that. But anyways, look at all this, right? So you go down the list here: invalid compression, and some of the so you have excess channel. So uses DXT3 sufficient DXT1, and you go down and down. Missing MIP maps. We'll talk about the MIP maps. There's a school of debate whether MIP maps are good or not. Giants insist on MIP maps, but in terms of quality reasons, you may not necessarily want to have MIP maps. Texture check. So basically, this is telling me that so it says the texture. Where is that file? Let me see. Can I find that file? So it's in texture 233px. 233px. Is that correct? Texture 233px Fendt logo. Well, basically, one of the files isn't the right shape. So Giants, you have to have your files kind of the right size, as you know, like you know, it says warning width 236 pixels, height is 44 pixels, not a power of 2. So you know, Giants want squares or squares or triangles, basically, not triangles, squares or rectangles, you know. So some of the files wouldn't be, you know, wouldn't be compliant and stuff like that. So if you look at some of the files there, 128 by 128, here it is. Here, look. So this is 236 by 44. Right, so that's it there. Look, 236 by 44. Right, so it's the wrong shape basically. Now I can resize that. Right. So I can if I maintain you have to take off the aspect ratio. Right, so I can put this as a. So you want to get it as close as possible to the original. So I've got 256 by 64. All right. So you can do that. And then you save it. All right. So this is a DXT5 file. So if you zoom in, so see the checkered background. So that's a transparency. See that the background is all checkered. So you have to save that as a DXT5. All right. So BC3 linear DXT5. Now you can turn on or off MIP maps. So Giants insist that all their files have MIP maps for performance reasons. But for example, my game Steam, he insists on not having MIP maps on his files because, you know, image quality. You get better image quality without MIP maps. But for in terms of Giants, you know, they would say, you know, linear DXT5 and then generate MIP maps. So putting on the MIP maps will actually increase the file size, right? So that file now should be compliant. If I run it through again, I will see it again. That should no longer be on the list. So I've got the latest version of Test Runner, that's 0.8.1. And you can see how big the file is. The larger the file, the longer it takes, you know, to run it through because there's so many files. So we'll go down here and we'll see if it's still on the list. Down here it should be. I thought I just changed that thing. Why is that showing up again? Did I not change that? What the hell? What happened there? I do not know. 256 64. Okay. File. Save as. Save. Yes. What the hell happened the first time? I don't know. Maybe I didn't do it right. Try it again. So yeah, the Trisix is a mod that I would love to be. I want to get rid of all this garbage. There's just so much stuff in here that doesn't need to be there. There's because a lot of it is actually built into the mod itself. A lot of the kind of the prefabs and the LED lights, the light bars, they're all on the mod. But for whatever reason, the modders, they just leave the files behind. So there's just a load of rubbish that really doesn't need to be there. Get on to the bottom again. See if it's gone now. So that is not saving. Why is that not saving? You see there, look, it's there again. Look, it has not changed. So that is not changing. Why is that not changing? I'm going to try this one. Let me try the canvas size. Why is that not changing? No, that's not it. $64. Okay. Now I'm gonna put that up to 512. And let's just see there. 512 by 128. So you can see it got larger. File. Save as. Okay, so that's the file. Save. Do you want to replace it? Yes. DXT5. I'm going to take off the bitmaps for something different. Okay, so 512 by 128. Now if I refresh that. Now it says 512 by 128. Okay, I'm going to check it again. Okay, so that is definitely larger this time. What the hell was I doing? So I'm gonna take a look at this this mod here and just, I don't know. I want to see what can be removed from this thing. I tried this before, but there was just so many errors. I simply could not get rid of all the issues from it. Um, you need someone a lot smarter than me to be able to to kind of fix up. Now it's gone. Look. So look at here. Look, it says invalid references for the light bar. Look. So it's looking for the unresolvable reference path, right? It's looking for the so these are the file paths for FS19. Look. So they should all be remapped to FS22. There's a light outside the LED. You go down again. Look at all the unused files. Look, all unused. Look at the faulty. Look at this. Right, so these are all here. Look. Error. Could not parse GISL program. So the poly count of the Trisix is over 250 poly counts. That's okay. You don't have to worry about that one. That's just the so giants have a 250,000 poly count limit, right, on their mods, right? This is way over, so it's much larger. So we have errors there. Farmer Min, how the hell are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, sir. I hear you guys are having a hell of a time over there, Farmer Min, with the tornadoes and awful weather. My best wishes to you, my friend, and your family and the other local farmers in the region. And hopefully things can work out for you. Right, obsolete file. I don't know. They're just so much. Look at all these. Look at all this stuff. Look. A lot of this stuff just does not need to be there. It really doesn't. So what I then, what I would do is I would look at this, right, and then see, okay. So there's a lot of things that aren't mapped properly. Look. There's a lot of unused files. In the Fendt Trisix. So what you would do, you would use this as a guide, basically, to try and fix it up as best you can. So what I'd like to do is, I don't know. I'd love to be able to fix this mod up, but there's just so much. Now it's not just Giants Test Runner. Once you put it into the game and stuff, you'll really see the issues with this thing. And it is a nice mod. Don't get me wrong. You know. So yeah, the engine is kind of there as well. That's interesting. So they're using a texture. Look at that. Look at the engine. Look, so they're using a texture for the engine block. Look, that's not 3D model at all, but some of it is. So you have fans here. I don't know if those fans work. I'm assuming that works. And they put all this shit on it as well. Look, all the LEDs and all the extra stuff, and there's just so much there that I don't think needs to be actually there. You know. So I'd love for someone to to properly convert this mod and make it a genuine FS22 mod. You know what I mean? Because it is actually I mean it's not it's based on a real world thing. It is actually it's a prototype. It does exist in the real world. So it's not like it's a is it salvageable? I think it is. Absolutely, I think it's salvageable. This guy has added his branding to it. Look at this asshole. Look at that shit. So it's stuff like that. I get rid of that shit. You know what I mean? I like what he did here. So he did something with the smokestack thing here. He kind of made it I don't know, chrome or whatever. He's changed the material type to black. So instead of the Fendt colors, you know. And for some reason he has 3 fire extinguishers. I mean, is this vehicle a fire hazard or something? Why do you have 3 of them? You know what I mean? Shouldn't one be enough? So we put on that took a while to load in, Jesus. So yeah, we added the light to it there. Put it at the back. Take a look around. So look, he's added all these bullshit there. Look to the all these bullshit logoing. I hate when guys do that. When they add their own branding and shit to stuff. I don't think that doesn't look right at all. Look at that. See that there? That does not look right. And look at this. Look at the i3D. Look at all the elements that they have added to this. Look, everywhere. So what I'm looking for now is where is the interior? Good Lord, look at all this stuff. There's the viz. So many people have, added stuff to this thing over the years. It's just a convoluted mess in the i3D. So what I'm trying to look for is is this here. See if I can find that. Much luck so far. That's that there. He's got a radio as well. Look. What else is there? So yeah, if you were to put this into the game, load it up and stuff like that, you'll see all the errors on this thing. I think I counted like it was the last time I checked it in the kind of the last mod release, it had like 157 errors on it, and it might be perfectly functional. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't feel comfortable having a mod in my game with that amount of errors. I really, really wouldn't. You know, it's just way too much. There's the dashboard. So what's the dashboard linked to? So it's linked to this. So that's the, you know, the interior, you know, the that's the diffuse map. Default specular, interior decals normal. So that would be that. What else have they done here? See, it's linked to the vehicle shader. So I just want to try something just quickly just to see what will happen. That's not it. Oh. So yeah, that hasn't changed at all. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot there that you know, that would need to be fixed up and stuff, you know. So what I'm going to try and do kind of offline, um, I'm going to take a look at this mod and see, you know, you know, the file size is massive, 97 megabytes. It doesn't need to be that large. So what I'm going to try and do offline is I'm going to try and reduce the file size, right? And get the Giants test runner log this, right? I want to try and get this a little bit cleaner than what it was, right? Or what it is, right? So get rid of as many of this stuff as I can. And then I'm going to send it out to people and say, look, you want to take a stab at it? You want to take a look at it and maybe do a bit of work on this thing and you know, and maybe someone will you know, look at it and fix a few more issues and then maybe pass it on to somebody else and that type of thing. And maybe at the end of it, you know, if we could get a few people working on this thing, you know, get it fixed up, you know, and maybe we could have a you know, a good mod at the end of it, you know. Uh, da, 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 da. Yeah, it does. So I'll show you. If I load this into Farming Simulator, right, it will work, right? Okay. No, I haven't touched this at all, right? It will work, but I can guarantee you that there will be tons and tons of errors on this thing. All right, so I can load up the game now. Now you're not going to get the full. You're not going to get the full kind of. This is a display capture, not a game capture. So just, you know what I mean. You're not going to. You know what I mean. This is a display capture of the game rather than a game capture. No. So if I take everything off, right? So there's the thingy there. And we load that in. Yeah, I see. I do like the mod itself. I think it is actually a good mod. You know, the 3D model is, you know, all the kind of the basis for a decent mod is there, but it's just so messy and convoluted, and you have just so much stuff that doesn't need. You know, I would imagine you could probably save, I don't know, 30, 40 megabytes file size, just getting rid of all the garbage that doesn't need to be there, you know. So you can see how quick, you know, how much it took to load in there. So there's your thingy, right? Mission. Ooh, wow. Holy shit, those are wheels. Holy buckets. Mother ducker. No, no, they're wheels. You won't see that shit in Farming Simulator base game. Jesus, those are wheels. Huh? And this is decent wheels as well, you know. All these wheels are solid options, you know. These things are absolute beasts. Look at that shit. Trelleborg, wheel weights, wides, plus weights, twin wheels, standard. Then you have the Michelin, you have narrows, which is awesome. Look at that, look. So you've got some really good wheel options on this thing. Don't know what that's changing. Look, nothing is changing there. Rim color. So for some reason, the guy said he couldn't get a color change on this thing. I don't know why. See if there's any errors in this thing. Oh shit, me not. Holy buckets. Did this modder actually do something to this mod? Did he actually like fix it up or something? So this just came out today, right? And there've been many other versions of you know, the Trisix. So I just kind of grabbed the latest one. Look at this. This thing has no errors. Holy shit. Look at that, look. Freaking thing is clean. Never seen that before. I wondered, so whoever did this mod, maybe he fixed it up. Look at this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the fourth stage is. 1, 2, 3. So there is a fourth stage there actually. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there is a fourth stage. So LU Max, or maybe this guy has actually fixed the bloody thing up. Woo. Okay. So that's crab steering. Holy shit. Oh, 1,413 miles per hour. That can't be right. Okay, that's ridiculous. Holy Toledo! Let's look at the inside of this thing. Let me turn this off here. No. Let's take a look at this. Look at all the shit that he has in here, look. Jesus. He's got all sorts of bottles and shit in there, look. This looks like an absolute space station, this thing. So he's got the blinkies. He's got LEDs. fan doesn't spin, which is unfortunate. It's a pity that fan doesn't spin. Just looking around at the mod. But shockingly enough, this thing is no bloody errors. So I don't know, unless the new guy who put this out today has fixed this up. It's freaking clean. Which I'm absolutely shocked about. Now he's got this way overpowered. Yeah, 1000. Oh, is that what it was? Oh, I didn't see. Oh, it is. You're right. I didn't see. Oh, it goes up to 1500. Holy shit. 1200 liters. So it says 74 mph, but out here it says 1413. Well, obviously that's not right. Reverse lights. Reverse lights on the ground. Let's check the blinkies. Let's just take a quick look around here. Sees all these connection hoses as well. Do we have anything with a lot of connection hoses, I wonder? I saw a trailer that had about 50,000 connection hoses. I can't remember which one it was. Just want to see what it... Oh, whoa! Whoa, 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 what the... This is bad driving there, people. Bad driving. So yeah. So it looks like this guy has fixed it up. I didn't expect that. I was expecting see hundreds of errors in the in the log. No, it's freaking clean. Connection hoses. Jump! God dang it. See, he's all the connection points there, look. He's got a shit ton of them actually, look. See, here's them on both sides. So all these are for your hydraulics in and out, your electrics, all that type of stuff, all your and there's probably points for the the monitors and that type of thing. But he's got everything in here, look, horse, crone, look at all this stuff. Look at all the freaking monitors he has in here. You got a, I like that. I like the radio. See the CB radio has there? That's nice actually. That is and it has a it has LED displays and that type of thing. That mirror seems a little bit big, but it does actually work, so that's good. You don't often see tractors with mirrors in the middle like that. Look. So that's interesting. And it's got a wood interior as well. So yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Jeez, I genuinely, I wasn't expecting that. So I hadn't, I hadn't looked at this mod before I started streaming, I was expecting it to be riddled with bugs and errors, in game as it were. But there are obviously issues in Giant's test runner, but they can be fixed. Just with a little bit of work and dedication, I would imagine you can get rid of most of them. But yeah, shit. I'm definitely going to take a look at this now. So yeah, if you want to download that particular mod, I think that would be the one to get. know what I mean? It's certainly the cleanest version of the mod that I've seen so far. You know? Although it does look like there should be beacon lights up here, look. So it has the post there for the beacon lights, but there's no beacon lights in this thing. And there's no options for it. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, it looks like he's missing the beacon lights on this thing. You know, it would be nice if you had options to turn on and off, you know, to add or subtract, you know, the LED beacon bar, you know, to get rid of the GPS option, that type of thing. You know, be able to turn things on and off, you know, like most mods. It's lacking a lot of options, I think, you know. So look at this stuff here. So this is kind of the stuff that I'm talking about. So this is obviously your thingy for your fuel, right? That's just an image, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things in this thing that are very, very old in terms of the texturing and the 3D modeling, you know? There's a lot of it needs to be updated. But he has LEDs on the stairway thingies there. So for example, the engine interior, as I said, it's not modeled properly. It's literally just a decal applied to the kind of the engine block, that type of thing. But I think this mod has great potential to be fixed up, done properly, brought up to speed, modernized, you know. And it is something that I would, you know, I'd love to get this, you know, properly done. But it'd be huge. It's, you know, it's a big project. It'd take a long time. This is like Chrome Big M 500 level work, you know what I mean? And myself and my games team, we spent, you know, we spent like 9 months working on that thing, and it's still not, you know, 100%, you know, to the, you know, the standard that we'd like to bring it to. We brought it a long way, but it's not, you know, it's not fully realized, you know, that type of thing. But yeah, so look. There you go. As I said, I downloaded the mod. I expected this particular new version to be riddled with errors when I brought it in game. As you saw, my friends, oh, what's this one? So there are something there. Look. Oh, it's got this. Oh, it's got something with the smoke. FX Smoke 01 matte uses a custom shader which requires reading depth data. So the smoke, you know, the custom smoke that he has here, it's throwing an error. But I mean, as errors go, that's not a big deal or anything. That can be fixed easily enough. But yeah, there you go, my friends. The Fendt Trisix. Surprisingly, it doesn't suck as much as I expected it to. So yeah, if you want to download and grab the latest version, it's probably the best one I've seen so far to date of the Trisix. Certainly in terms of, you know, errors. You know what I mean? And you know, maybe you guys can take a stab at it. You know. See, can you improve upon it and fix it up or whatever, you know? It's a hell of a job, though. You know, as I said, if it was a project that I would like to do, I'd have to involve my games team, and we'd probably have to rebuild this thing from scratch. You know what I mean? And it's just a huge project. I don't think my games team would have the time or the inclination to, you know, to kind of bring this up to date. But I've certainly floated the idea, you know, by him, but I don't think he would though. Anyways, there you go, my friends. The Fendt Trisix. A very interesting mod. Where did I get the mod? It's on the usual websites. Filebase.de, FS19 mod site. It'll be the latest version, basically. You know, it only came out today, you know, so it should be easy enough to find the damn thing. 97 megabytes. So yeah, there you go, my friends. If you are interested in the Fendt Trisix, grab the latest version. And yeah, surprisingly, it doesn't suck. All right, we're going to end it there, my friends. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. And God willing, we shall see you again next time. Take care. Bye.